All right, folks, we're back. Thanks for watching that break. Really quick, before we get into this next series, again, it's a brand new best of 3. It's Snute versus Elazer, ZvZ. I just want to remind you, because I forgot about this too until Jansuna brought it up in chat. And again, big shout out to Real Jansuna in chat. He is, of course, the guy working from Yord, helping us make all this possible. But you can totally get a custom engraving on your watch. I had forgotten about this fact, actually. So whether you wanted to say words, or apparently, this was confirmed, you could just straight up put a meme on your watch, like a Pepe face or Kappa. Like, you can totally get anything engraved on these watches. So if you got more questions about that, ask Jansoon in chat. But we're ready to go whenever the players are, Zombie Grub. So I know they were ready a moment ago. There we go.
I think they're ready. They don't...
Just give it. Hope they're ready because we're gonna go.
Well, I'm pretty sure, like, you know, if it's like 5 seconds later, they haven't like gotten up. You know, if I was gonna let them get up and like go do something, I'd say like minute. You know, not second.
Fair enough.
That's a big difference.
By the way, thank you to Erd Beernom for the 7-month resub, as well as Vipex for you, brand new just subbed. Thank you so much for that support. Quick reminder too that this Wood Watch deal, the 10% off, will last until Christmas. So even though today's the last day of the tournament, you have until Christmas to get that 10% discount. And forever that we're working with them, guys, 15% of any watch sold will go towards increasing that prize pool. Not a lot of companies are willing to be transparent with funds, but Yord are awesome, and they've got that really cool bar as part of our agreement, so you guys can see just how much money we've raised until the next awesome event. But getting into game number 1. It's the loser's match. Somebody's about to be eliminated and walk away today with only $50 in prize money. In the upper right, we've got the light blue Zerg. It is Elazer.
In the bottom left, as the red Zerg, he is Liquid Snute.
By the way, again, some of you guys solved the Waldo puzzle. Please don't spoil it in chat. I'm go over that in a moment. But Elazer actually has a win record versus Snute. In fact, to a degree where Snute's been the underdog in almost every instance that we've been casting these two. We did have a really awesome finals. I think it was the Corsair Cup or something. Gosh, we've been casting so much it all blends together. But Elazer and Snute had a really good series. But again, it's one of those situations where Elazer just seems to have the upper hand on Snute for whatever reason.
In his head, man. It's in his brain.
I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Canadian dynamic, right? Like, Massa could beat everybody to a point, but then he would always lose to, like, Scarlet, or vice versa. And
well, yeah, it's originally vice versa.
But what I'm saying is, like, it might just be a situation with Snute where Snute might be able to take on the bet. He might be able to take Solar on, win 3-0 in a best of 5 or something, but might never be able to beat Elazer confidently just because there's, like, that one guy, that one person you can never seem to be able to just beat.
Yeah, but like the Massa dynamic, sometimes it does, like, even if it takes like 6 months, a year, 2 years, it does eventually like flip over, or one person retires and it doesn't matter anymore. But you know, the point is, like, it usually changes at some point. They don't just have your number for years and years at a time. And as far as you know, Elazer having Snute's number, it has been like 6 months at least. So you would think that time is coming where maybe Snute's not going to get the upper hand mentally, but I sometimes I really wonder how much I pay attention. Like, I know that sometimes it's very obvious when they have rivalries forming, and the players will even remark on them. But then sometimes I feel like players just like, what? I played them a lot? Oh yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Because
they also play each other a lot in ladder, so I gotta imagine sometimes they like blends together about who they're playing a lot in tournaments.
I mean, it's without a doubt that we definitely build this up to be like a bigger deal than probably is to any of these players, but it's just something we notice consistently. Snoop, by the way, pushing out with a couple of queens pretty early, and that's a considerable amount of bits coming in. We got 1,000 cheers out of Dire Turtle. He says, "Let me just put this here." Well, thank you very much for your bits, man. And thanks for those cheers.
Oh, Lazer's getting a lot of lings. He's got a Rotor on the way. He's got a couple Overlords. I don't know. Like, that doesn't seem like enough supply in Overlords to make Roaches, too. But he's making a lot of lings, that's for sure. So I think this is going to be a pretty dedicated attack. Snute still sees the lack of a third base, even though he's getting his own base. And that's probably a little suspicious. So getting his own Roach Horn's definitely suggested. But he's not getting any lings so far. He's still doing the drone.
By the way, we do have someone in chat saying the watches look great, but I'm not sure if they'd be comfortable because they look wooden. Oh, Snute may have just lost. Oh, he'll hold the lings off, but especially like any hold off round 2. He's going to take drone losses, and he's up 10, so he can lose some, but there's like nothing on the way.
this is, it's one thing to be like, okay, well, I was a little surprised by the Lings. It took like 4 drone damage. Oh shit, the Roach, follow-up got me. But this is just the Lings. She's doing so much damage.
Since Lings are going to clean up Elazer's Lings, and truth be told, the Roaches are funneling across that if they get surrounded, Snoot's Lings might be able to kill them.
He doesn't have any sight. He went out so far to get Elaser's Overlord, but didn't ever get one on Elaser's side of the map, seeing what was coming. He had no idea about the Lings, and I had no idea about the Roaches. He started droning a little bit instead of getting as many Roaches as possible. Ooh, this is not great.
This is if he had caught these Roaches immediately, kind of like what he's doing right now with cutting off the reinforcements, Snute may have been able to buy his time for his own Roaches. But the fact that the Roach Warren's getting focused down, he's not going to be able to keep building Roaches for very long. The drone count's still okay. Even if he loses 5 or so, he still might be able to live, but I think he knows his numbers up, and that first game is going to go to Elazer.
Well, that was...
not expected, is frankly...
No, it wasn't. I really, these things happen in kind of any matchup, and it seems more often in ZvZ, where just the other person just doesn't have anything, you're like, oh, okay, I guess the game ended. But certainly I would have expected, first off,
I would say it feels like the abrupt ends end up happening in TVT more than any other matchup, personally. ZvZ, I think, used to be like this for a while, but players got so into it, and the build orders became so standard, we haven't seen these straight up losses in a while. My opinion, I could be wrong. I'm just saying. But it's going to answer that question too. Then of course, everything hit the fan for Snute. These watches are actually really comfortable. If you're worried about it because they're wood, it's not I don't know if you guys are thinking splinters or what, but they're very smooth. There's no there's no comfort issue with these watches, and they're light. Again, I'm trying to show you the inside here. There's no issue with it being made of wood. If anything, it just makes it lighter and easier to wear, in my opinion. Also, I guess we get into game 2, Echo. I didn't see the vetoes. Was this map pick Snoot's or Elazer's?
It was Snoot's.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So maybe this will be a little bit more comfortable for him. Maybe it'll be a little bit rougher. I mean, I also want to remind everybody too, not to pamper Snute or anything, but he wanted to go for StarCraft Cup today. So my question, of course, was would that have worn him out, or would that have given him practice? And I think I was kind of on board with you saying practice, but maybe it tired him out a bit.
Maybe. Can you hear the football game going on in the background?
Unfortunately, yes. It's not super loud. It's not overpowering you talk or anything, but it's definitely there.
It's the same people that asked me to quiet down. I just want to give them back the note.
I guess do you want to tell that story in a moment? Let's get these intros done first. Spawning here in the upper left side of the map, we got the light blue Zerg. It's Elazer, and oh, interesting.
Oh no, oh my goodness. In the bottom right, as the red Zerg, he is Liquid Snute.
So, before we get into shenanigans talk with Zombie Grove, for those who don't know, you almost never see a Zerg player cancel their larva, unless it's specifically for this, the earlier pool.
That is true. Yeah, there's no other reason to do it. But yeah, just it was I didn't mind, right? She just one of the people in the PC bongs, I guess, was working on something, because I looked over after she told me to quiet down, and I saw a graph. So if she was studying or something, she came over and she had written English on a note, piece of paper. It said can you lower your voice a little bit? And I was that's no problem. I was using more of my stomach and my lungs to talk, so I'll just quiet down a little bit. And then now the person next to her is just listening to a football game on full volume.
Maybe this is their passive-aggressive way of getting back at you. They're well, if she doesn't want to quiet down, I guess we'll make some noise too and see how she likes it.
I literally quiet down though. I'm not this is how I was usually talking in the caster voice.
Well, so what kills me though is you're not in a library, you're in a PC bonk. This is not a place you go, I think, for quiet.
Yeah, I just it'd be it'd be okay to do. It'd be nice, because if I felt like I could do the same thing to those guys who are screaming in Overwatch, then maybe I would have, but I just felt like I couldn't. So I'm trying to be nice, but Just,
I
like,
wish
whatever.
you would
This,
just be even louder, to be completely
this
honest. But
reminds me of the time where like, oh, actually, never mind. I'll tell that story after because I have Lings in the way.
yeah, it's for Snute though. I don't know. This might not be so bad. For those who don't know, like when you do these early pulls, especially when you pair them with gas, and it's not just that weird gasless version, it is an all or nothing. Like you have to kill Snute. There's not really a macro play out of it. So, Baneling Nest on the way. Snoot's gonna start a Spine Crawler in the main. It's a bit of an expensive thing, but losing that hatchery is really gonna suck.
Yeah.
Buy some time though. Buy some plenty of time to get that Spine Crawler made.
Yeah, it is going to be the complete, like, 100% all-in follow-up. We got Ling Speed on the way. We got Banelings on the way, too. I mean, Elazer, these are the Banelings right now. If you get them right now, they'd be the glorious hit in the drones. But Snute was able to save his hatchery. The question is, can he save it against the Ling Speedling follow-up? Like, that is going to be probably the hardest part. Sometimes that hatchery does die, so I can't, like, always say that. But I think saving it only, like, 15% health. There's going to be like maybe a couple of drones in the mineral line being splashed with the hatchery, and suddenly that thing's at like 1 health.
Yeah, the drones, I mean, they're mining here because they want to be able to defend, but the Baneling's what makes this so tough. The Spine Crawler doesn't really have time to get to the low ground, and Snute wants to fight around this ramp as much as possible, so I love that he pulls the drones back. This is a really smart move. The Banelings are going to cause a huge issue. One pops off, already takes out all the Lings. Second one pops off, kills all the Lings, and that might just be game.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. That was like, yep, all of Snoot's Lings.
Oh,
and unfortunately, Spine Crawler was not in a good position to be saved.
No.
So this looks like it's going to be game, just because Snute does not have Lings already out and helping.
Yeah.
So 12 becomes 16 very quickly, and it's no drones. GG.
Good game, well played gets called. Elazer used the power of Snute against Snute. That portrait picture. I tell you what, guys, if we thought today was going to be a bunch of 2-0s, we would have made these best of 5s. But already halfway through the group now. Luckily, Snute does get prize money for just competing, guys. $50 will go his way. So, yay, but also sad because Snoot's now gone. But this will leave Elazer to move on to the finals of the group, where he'll fight either Showtime or Euthermal. What we're going to be fighting next, though, is going to be the winners match, and we're going to determine who of this TVP matchup will finish first place in the group. Quick reminder, there's a considerable amount of money in the prize pot for this, $450 in total, but a little bit more than that, of course, is the split. So again, we just mentioned there's $50 for everybody, at least for playing. Third and fourth place, you can't make less than that. Second place of the group gets $100, and first place gets $250. With a quick reminder that both Euthermal and Elazer have also already won $200 in terms of coupon code for the Woodwatch websites. Something you guys can win too with our giveaways. So before we go to this commercial break, please check out the ! giveaway command, as well as the !Yord command, to get a chance to enter in to some really cool stuff. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes.